everyone, my name is Camila and today I will be showing you how to draw a self-portrait, and we're going to be talking about self-acceptance and being in your body. So this video is going to be around 15 minutes. We'll start by doing a land acknowledgement. I'll tell you a little bit more about me. Then we'll go over some materials that you will need for this activity. Then we will go ahead and do our drawings, and then we will also do some writing. So we'll just do some journal prompts, which should be nice and easy. To start, I will encourage you to maybe grab some water, maybe have a tea, something that will make you feel warm and fuzzy and feel nice in your body and nice and comfortable. If you're in the classroom, maybe try and just focus in your own space, notice your desk, notice the space around you, and just kind of try and gather yourself a little bit before we get started. So first off, I would like to give a land acknowledgement and acknowledge that your school is currently in Mi'kmaq, which is the traditional territory of the Mi'kmaq peoples, and these lands were not unceded, and they are unsurrendered. So what that means is that this land was not given away, but rather was stolen lands. So to start off with, my name is Camila, like I mentioned, and I'm a visual artist based in Toronto. I lived in Nova Scotia for many years. I went to NASCAD, which is the art school in Halifax, and I'm also an art teacher, and I do all kinds of different types of art. So I don't just do drawing, I also do textiles, so that means working with fabric and yarns, and I also do some video work. So that's just a little bit more about me, so that hopefully you don't think I'm a total stranger. So I also want to define some terms before we get started. The first term is self-love. And what self-love basically means is the act of loving ourselves fully for how we are, the things that we feel insecure about, as well as the things that we feel confident about. So it's all about embracing and loving ourselves and treating ourselves with kindness and self-respect and compassion like we would treat our best friends. The other term that I want to talk about is body positivity. And body positivity is basically a social movement that emphasizes that all bodies are beautiful, that all bodies are the way that they are, that beauty isn't dictated by a specific type of body. It basically shows that it doesn't matter your shape, your size, your color. It's all about embracing the body that you have, because that's the one that you're in, and so it's pretty important to take care of it. So now to start off with, I would like to just show you a couple of materials that you can use for today. The very basics that we're going to need are some paper or a notebook. You're going to need a mirror as well. Some sort of writing or drawing utensil. You can use pencils, pens. I've also got crayons, markers, and pencil crayons in case we have time to color in our drawings. So the first kind of step that we're going to do in today's video is learn how to draw a self-portrait. So that is exactly why we need a mirror, because today we're not going to be working from photographs. We're going to be looking straight into the mirror and kind of noticing the shapes of our face and kind of work from there. If you are in school and you don't have a mirror, then it is also okay to work. You could take a photo or have your phone in selfie mode, and we can also work from that as well. So to start, we're going to need a fresh page, a drawing utensil. I'm going to start with a pencil today. And first we're going to just do an activity called a blind contour. And it might sound complicated, but basically it's a pretty easy and fun activity that might just get kind of us observing our faces, and also it will allow us to kind of notice the shapes of our face. So we'll spend a couple of minutes on this, and the first thing we're going to do is kind of put our mirror in the way that we want it. And what you're going to do is you're going to just look at the mirror. You're going to try and not look at the paper. And the number one rule for a blind contour is to not lift your pencil from the page. So usually these drawings end up looking really wacky, and the whole point is that they're not meant to look perfect. This is just a fun activity to get us kind of reacquainted with our bodies and observing our faces. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. You guys can grab your drawing utensil and pencils, and you can also go ahead and get started. So you're just going to, remember, not look at the paper, just look at the mirror. And you're just going to start by drawing what you see. You can go as slow or as fast as you'd like, but just so you know, we do have time today. You could also use your one hand to draw, and the other hand can kind of guide you through the page so that you know kind of where you are. You can also change kind of the thickness and weight of your lines. So sometimes I can go really thick, sometimes I can go really light. So I'm starting with, after my face shape, I'm doing my glasses, and I'm kind of moving from one side of the paper to the other. So I'm going left to right. I'm drawing my eyes now. And we're not trying to draw a caricature of ourselves. So instead of drawing like a stick figure or just like a smiley face, we're really trying to observe what the shapes are that make up the different parts of our face. I'm just going to close my mouth because I'm going to draw my mouth. And yeah, like I was saying, we're just going to kind of draw the different shapes that you see. You're not trying to make it look like a caricature or a smiley face. You're just going to draw the different shapes you see. So maybe your eyes are almond shaped, so we're going to draw that almond shape. Maybe your pupils are dilated, so that means they're going to be really big, or maybe they're kind of smaller, so we're going to draw the size that you see. And remember, you're not going to be able to see the rest of the page, so it doesn't matter if your eye ends up being bigger than your mouth. This is all just about observing, looking at our faces and kind of getting acquainted with that. So go ahead and take your time. I'll show you kind of what mine looks like. First I'm going to look at it myself because I haven't even seen it. Oh wow! So here we go. As you can see, it's pretty silly, it's pretty fun, it's wacky. This is not what my face actually looks like, but it's quite fun to be able to observe and look at the different parts of my face and kind of draw a self-portrait. So now what you can do is go ahead and use any kind of coloring materials you have. So I have markers, pencil crayons, and crayons, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill some of it in to see what it looks like. You're definitely allowed to look at your page now. This is just kind of going to add to the drawing, and we're just going to take our time. So I'm coloring in my hair. You can continue to look at the mirror or just kind of freestyle it. Maybe you can use different fun, funky colors. You don't have to use the exact colors of your hair. Maybe you want to have pink hair. That's totally cool to go along with the wackiness of your drawing. And I find these drawings really fun because it's kind of like showing us that none of us are perfect. And the idea of art isn't to try to be perfect, it is to have fun. A lot of times when I have taught my students before, a lot of them think they can't draw, or they say, oh, I don't know how to draw a face. And to be honest, like, all you really need to do is observe the shapes and draw what you see. But that is why I think blind contours are so fun, because they allow us to not try and be so perfect about it. And you don't have to color in all of it. You can just do some fun accents. Maybe I'll draw some rosy cheeks or something like that. Maybe now I'll switch to markers. I can do some fun accents. I have like some funky colored earrings today, so maybe I will just go and color that in. Might do a couple other little accents here and there. So there we go. That's my quick blind contour. And now we're gonna go ahead and do a writing activity. So in this writing activity, what we're going to do is we're going to write down different activities that make us feel good in our bodies. So we're just going to take maybe around 5 minutes or so to write out different activities that make us feel present, that make us feel good. For example, maybe you like to cook, maybe you like to eat pizza. Maybe you like to exercise, maybe you like to go on a walk with some friends. Anything that makes you feel present in your body, I want you to write that down. You can write it down as a list, or you can write it down as a journal entry. And this is just a time for you to sit with yourself and kind of notice what feels good for you. This is just for you. Nobody's gonna have to see this. But it's kind of a nice way to notice what are the things that you like. What are the things that make you feel good in your body? Thank you so much everybody for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed today's video and that you enjoyed a little moment in your body, and that maybe you listed a couple of things that you like to do. Maybe this is something you can come back to next time you're not sure what to do, next time maybe you're feeling a bit insecure. It's just something fun to do to return to your body and to kind of take care of yourself and show yourself a little love. Bye!